We can only hope that it's going to play out that way. We're loaded into the fold, and now we have Forecourt Jester and Tasty Bacon to take it away.
Thank you very much, Humanist, and we are getting underway for game number 2. Tasty Bacon alongside Forecourt Jester, and as mentioned, this could potentially be our last game of the night, as Alliance will be looking to seal the deal and move into the semifinals with a 2-0 victory. But VertigoBlack, they don't quite want the stream to be over yet. They want to force this into a game 3, and they're hoping that Taka will be the answer that gets them there.
Taka looks ridiculously cool in that skin. My goodness. So that aside, Rick's playing this Taka. I mean, his Kroll unfortunately fell a little bit flat in the last round. We'll have to see how his Taka is. He does have that level 2, so the basket comes out over the head. If you can't see me, I can't see you kind of mentality. But Beowulf is going to take some shots here. Cole the Meek getting that Ringo. He's going to be a terror in that lane. Best Chuck, though, is not going to be any less so with that Adagio. You can see him with that return damage, but the aggression here from Mish and Flash with that Koshka going to be keeping the VertigoBlack boys on the left.
Yeah, Koshka Ringo is a combination that we see very, very commonly, and Alliance, of course, no strangers to this, as Cole's just going to go into lane and clean up a big wave. Look at how he pulls this, though. Doesn't want any chance of the minions getting pulled into the turret. As on the backside, there is some fighting going on, but I care more about the lane mechanics.
Yes, you would.
Which is strange considering I'm not a laner, but
he was one shot from death, but Mish unfortunately just not able to bring that to bear. Now at the same time, while they've invaded, you can say the same here for Rix. He is going to be getting those back, so there's not going to be a lot of farm lost between these guys. Beowulf coming back, you will notice that it is an empty jungle, but I don't think we're going to see a clash for a while yet.
Yeah, so right now just putting a little bit of attention into the jungle, as no kill has come across within the first 2.5 minutes, which automatically puts this game at a slower pace than average for North America, it seems. But despite not having any kills, 2.5 minutes in, there's about a 500 gold lead for just on the merits of farming alone.
Well, Rix, this invade, I mean, with that Catherine Koshka, they are really making a mark here into this jungle. Attack is once again going to be forced to go cross-country to pick up any kind of gold that he wants. And Beowulf, unfortunately, has not really been sticking with that Taka. He's not in lane, he's not with the Taka, and we just keep getting these 2v1 scenarios between Mish and between that Catherine. So now Flash, he's going to be coming through. He's looking for his own farm. We'll find Rix. Doesn't actually see Beowulf, I think. Koshka now is going to be, after that farm, not looking to contest. Oh, maybe she is. Just doesn't know which way to go. And they will find that Taka. So Yummy Catnip Frenzy is not going to be there yet. He is only level 4. So there's not really too much outside of the Merciless Pursuit to lock these guys down.
And meanwhile, up in the lane, Cole the Meek took a lot of damage from Best Chuck NA and the minions there. So actually looking a little worse for wear as he's down under 50% health, but he's just going to clear out that wave and then recall back to base. Does mean he's probably going to miss out on
another invade.
At least a couple farm, but yeah, that in the jungle, they're going to be finding the first kill of the game in favor of Alliance. Mish picking that one up.
So very close with that Vanguard. There just wasn't enough distance between them, and the pounce is just enough in order to pick up that kill. So Rix hands himself 3 weapon blades. Not a sign yet of that tension bow, but he will find Mish here. Mish is level 5, and now Rix actually might have broken off a little bit more than he can chew. Not entirely too sure where he thought he could go with the turret, but that will be kill number 2 here in this game.
Yeah, Mish going to be more than happy to let that kill go to the turret, as he will, of course, get credit for it. Meanwhile, up in the lane, Best Chuck NA is doing really well for himself, actually even on CS with Cole the Meek once again. And, you know, it's actually kind of interesting to me that Cole the Meek is even in the lane for all these games. When he joined Alliance, everyone thought that it was going to be Cole in the jungle with Mish staying in the lane, but instead, Mish actually dropped down from the lane into the jungle, and Cole is taking up laning duties You have to wonder if that's going to be a permanent thing or if it's just something they're doing now so they don't show their full hand. But my goodness, Rix is going to get caught out here again. And with Yummy Catnip Frenzy, he is going to go down.
At level 6, man, he has best truck and A's that is going to be 6. And it's kind of interesting to see the difference, right? Rix 5, Laner 6, whereas on the flip side, it's actually Mish 6 with the Laner 5. But still, 3 kills and nil. Mish is putting a dent into the early game pretty heavily here for this Taka. Still does not have any semblance of that tension.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be way behind here. And Mish already finished the Aftershock, a much more expensive item, is already in the inventory. As now Rick's going to try and claim back some of this farm, but instead it's going to turn into a 2-on-2.
He doesn't have X-Retsu, and he just does not have it in him right there. Now, Beowulf is level 4, remember. Mish is going to go right under this turret looking for the second kill, and, well, she'll get it. Now, Mish does have to deal with that turret, but it is going to get juggled here pretty easily. Best Chuck and A even dropping back to try to provide support, but 5 kills and nil. Mish is making this Koshka look good.
Yeah, 4-0-1 on the Koshka and really just controlling the early game. This is what I was almost expecting to see from Alliance in game number 1 because they are a very heavily early game oriented team, and it's showing right here as they just are in complete control. Now, in game number 1, they kept up a very steady pace all the way throughout, and if they keep this pace up throughout the entire game, then this is not going to be going well for Vertigo whatsoever.
All right, another invade, another possible kill as Rix with that Yummy Catnip Frenzy has nowhere to go. Still can't even X-Retsu either. Mish becomes unbeatable. Cleans up for the Beowulf. That's 2 more kills into her notebook. And that is going to put us now at 7-0 and 2,500 gold. Best Chuck NA is just like, okay, well, 64 creeps to the 69. I'm doing okay. He's the only one on his team with an ultimate at this point.
Yeah, not only the only one on his team with an ultimate, also the only one with a completed tier 3 item, as Rix and Beowulf have just been completely starved out here. 21 CS to the 48 of Mish in the jungle.
That's a factor too. Jeez.
Yes, yeah, it is. At 7.5 minutes to be doubled up on. Something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. As Flash X is on his own a bit here. Mish is just going to come around and offer support. This could be a 3-on-3 fight.
Yeah, I can understand the reasoning. X-Retsu in. Mish is now going to be the focus target, and with that buff Taka, well, they're going to bring her low, but we have a fountain there on that Catherine, and they're going to use it really nicely. That's a cleanup kill there on top of Rix, but Mish is still in the thick of things. The Hellfire will come out and keep Best Chuck and A away, but Mish cleans up the backs, gets more kills, and 9-0. We're looking at a perfect game so far from Alliance.
Yeah, perfect game is the best way to describe it. 8-0-1 for Mish on this Koshka. Taka
Flash,
still
stun,
doesn't...
double
oh
stun,
my goodness.
And another death.
Taka still... That one actually went over to Flash X, so...
Another like few milliseconds, and Mish actually might have went down to a tower shot, but she's able to just stay in the mix and take it down before it happens.
Yeah, this is just really, really one-sided. 6,000 gold at 8.5 minutes for Alliance is the lead that they have. Taka still doesn't have a tension bow. One of the cheapest tier 3 items in the game. Koshka has 2 tier 3 items.
Do you even bother at this point? It's 9 minutes in, Bacon.
I mean, you have to because you never know. Strange things do happen. But at this point, unfortunately for VertigoBlack, you're really just kind of sitting there waiting for Alliance to make a mistake. But Alliance is one of those teams that does not make many mistakes at all.
Mish has an Eve of Harvest to go with that Aftershock and a Piercing Shard. Can you say rip?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Taka still doesn't even have a tension bow.
Well, they pick up the minion mine.
9.5 minutes in.
Yeah, they're going to pick up themselves a gold mine. Probably another minion mine. And then all the mines are theirs.
Well, no, because the gold mine doesn't become yours anymore.
Yeah, but the payout does.
Yeah, but the mine isn't theirs.
More
the
about
mine
the
remains
money.
neutral.
Money, money, money. Can you smell the money? Show me the money, Bacon. Show me that money. Look at that.
I don't think I can show you the
6,000.
money because it's all been spent by Mish.
6,000. Mish comes in, says nope, and Rix gets right back out. Oh my goodness. Like, this aggression is fantastic. Even with these scout traps, it's not going to matter whatsoever because Flash get another stun on Rix? No. Can you even get it on anybody? Well, there's one. They're looking for best Chuck and A even under this tower. It's just going to be a massacre. One kill. Looking for perhaps another. Flash is going to go real deep for us.
The shield coming out to save Mish's life from the turret shot. And that will be the second turret down now. 10.5 minutes. They almost have a 10,000 gold lead at 10 minutes.
Come on, Rix. Show us that tension. I just don't think he's going for it anymore.
Yeah, I definitely not at this point. It's much too late. It's not going to make a difference. So I assume he's just going to switch it up, maybe build into a bone saw instead with that piercing spear, but he's gonna try and get some steal the backs from Alliance, but they were just picked up by Kull the Meek, and there's nothing for him there. That is so disheartening. You think, finally, I got into the enemy jungle. They've been invading me constantly. I can get some farm off of this, and there's nothing there.
Well, now Mish has this this pendulum timing down pretty good. Goes all the way into the enemy jungle, gets farmed. Goes into the jungle, gets farmed. Comes back, probably going to get a kill or two. Good gauntlet. A few blocks going at. Mish is actually still ticking here and really going offensive. Will she still not drop? Rix gets taken down before a Chitin or X-Retsu can come into play, and that will be 2 kills. Mish is still dancing with the devil here. 1 hit from Bestchuk, and A could actually be it, but Kolamika is now going to be leading the charge into an ace. He's going to go deep for it, but now who's taking that tower? It's Mish. Oh, finally the kill is going to happen. It spoils the perfect game, but they get themselves an ace and a turret, and we can't even do a Kraken. Like, you might be able to celebrate with a half-done gold mine in the backs, but 14-1 and 10,000 gold, Bacon.
I think the worst part is if Mish had stayed on the turret instead of trying to run away from it, they probably would have taken down the turret before that last shot went out.
What he did last time, yeah.
But, oh my goodness, finally a kill on the board for VertigoBlack, but they are 10,000 gold in the hole at 12.5 minutes. Still no tier 3 item for Taka.
Nope. I don't think, has he bought anything? He's up to 1,200 gold. He actually hasn't bought anything for a while now.
Yeah, I think he's saving up to try and actually get a tier 3 item, because some of them do cost around 1,300 to complete.
That's what you should do right now. 6 tension bows.
Yeah, that is what you should not do. Brought to you by Forecourt Jester.
That's what I said, isn't it?
So Mish gonna be leading the charge into the back of the jungle and finds Beowulf, but is gonna leave him alone as Beowulf looks to be
yeah, that's curious. All right, so let's go kill Rix instead. Yummy Catnip Frenzy does solidify, and that is a very dead Taka. In before mind games from Beowulf. He just sees her charging in and decides to not move. In
like,
before mind games.
I know that they're good sports. I don't want my stats to look any worse. I'm just gonna stand still so they don't kill me.
I've done that.
Taka finally does finish the Sorrow Blade.
Yeah.
13.5 minutes in for a tier 3 item.
We did it. Let's dance with Beowulf.
I really kind of wanted to see. They're not. I really kind of wanted to see them aggro those minions and then just walk away and let the minions kill Beowulf. But
Nope.
looks like Flash X has had enough of that. Oh nope, they're just gonna.
So Beowulf is a mobile ward at this point.
Yep.
He is refusing to do anything useful. So congratulations, that is the first ward of the game. And he will be keeping a good eye on those backs before Flash X.
Not for long though, because Flash X. Yep, Flash X is going to be finishing this. I really was hoping that they would just hit the minions and
boom,
just leave it there.
3-0 and 10. Flash X is the best Catherine I've ever seen outside of Bacon's carry Catherine.
Hey, Mike, don't knock the carry Catherine. You never know when you need the Catherine to actually provide the damage.
In the autumn finals between you and Lady Wabish, and her carry Catherine up against your Adagio, and you won. Mish actually is still going to be winning out of that one as well. Didn't go down despite the 2v1. Good stuff from her. Goldmine goes down to kill the Meek. We are going to get that Kraken out, and this will probably be the end of the game.
Yeah, very likely. I mean, 16-1 with over 10,000 gold. 12,000 gold is the difference, just about. And now Kraken is going to be captured right after it spawns. And this should be the game, the set, and the match going over to Alliance, unless something really, really, really bizarre happens.
So I think that is actually our fastest Kraken on record, 19 seconds.
Yeah, and the 19 seconds is even more impressive when you consider the fact that you can't actually attack Kraken until like 4 or 5 seconds after it spawns.
So 14 seconds, 15 seconds. It's damn
something
fast,
like
guys.
that. I don't know the exact timing. But I do know that obviously you can't attack Kraken until it has fully appeared,
Woo,
and it doesn't start appearing
hellfire.
until 15 minutes. So
Take that, Best Chuck NA. Yeah, heal yourself in that fountain as we watch from afar as the misery and destruction gets rained down upon VertigoBlack. Alliance is really showing again their kind of power. This early game was absolutely phenomenal for them. They are a world-class team, and there's no stopping the pain train once it's left that station. They move on now with a 2-0 over their opponents into the semifinals next weekend. Congratulations, guys. What a game.
yeah, and I always find it a little bit curious when a team takes the Kraken, and then shoves down the lane and wins the game before the Kraken is even really in the base. Like it's just one of those curious things as to, did you even really need to go and get the Kraken? Why didn't you just finish the game before? But I think part of it is the opposing team being a little less wary and less willing to fight, knowing that the Kraken's coming. But either way, Alliance, in extremely dominant fashion, take out the squad of VertigoBlack, and that's going to drop VertigoBlack down into one of those lower seeds at the Live Championships, while Alliance is still sitting strong, currently gunning. Right now they're sitting at the number 2 spot, but that could all change if they continue to win out.
So we still are going to hold out hopes here for a Gangstar Series versus Alliance rematch, but it's not going to happen today, guys. From the Fold, Forecourt and Tasty Bacon going to be signing off one last time back to the lair to tell you about next weekend and everything to come. Thanks for watching.